My academic pathway started with The Making of Human Rights, which was my first year tutorial.
Yeah, my first year tutorial was called Politics of Sports.
My first year tutorial was called Emotional Processes, and as a faculty member, I taught tutorial, and mine was called Chasing Pathogens, The Rise and Fall of Epidemics.
My classroom experience at Grinnell was the first time I really was learning with people who had completely different experiences than me. It challenged me, it humbled me. I was never the smartest person in the room.
So as a result, I had to up my game, if you will, and develop relationships with the faculty early on. I went to just about every one of their office hours as it was pivotal to my success. They wanted to get to know me and I wanted to get to know them, and then they helped further my learning and enriched my experience. At Grinnell, I was learning how I learned. And once I learned how I learned, then my academic success really started to pick up.
The individually advised curriculum at Grinnell is really something special. We work with students closely to match their passions and their goals to the curriculum that's right for them.
I'm not here to supply an answer. I'm here to help them find their own answer. You can see it in their eyes, this epiphany where they suddenly realize that they have something new to say, and they found it in the way that works best for them.
The small group learning that I experienced at Grinnell College was something I had never experienced before. And what I learned there was that I had an opinion and a perspective, and that opinion and perspective mattered and added value to the class.
What I typically do with my students, I have them write down who they collaborated with. And if they don't, I come to them and ask, like, well, why didn't you write anyone down? And one of my main reasons for doing that, I think it's really good to expose people to different processes.
It's incredibly important that you develop these skills while you're at Grinnell and avail yourselves of the resources that we have here to help you get there. Points of view don't really matter if you can't communicate them effectively.
To this day, the focus of writing from my Grinnell experience benefits me outside of an academic institution. Writing transcends academics. It's the way that we communicate every single day, and it's a fundamental skill for human relations that I build every day, and particularly in this virtual environment where no one gets to see each other. It's even more important that your written word gets your point across.
It's important in writing a hypothesis. It's important in developing that hypothesis. It's important in grants, and so writing is very important in sciences.
I remember feeling intimidated when I first arrived at Grinnell College due to the academic rigor. And we were told during our first year orientation, if you got into Grinnell College, you were meant to be there. I thought it was a cliche at first, but I quickly learned it was very true.
Thinking about the classroom layouts and designs to facilitate discussion and inquiry-based learning, to thinking about the areas of gathering where we come together as a community to really consider our academic culture.
I think most professors, in some ways, are simply students who never wanted to stop learning. Getting ready for a course, I almost always feel as if I'm doing this for the first time. Even if I've, let's say, read a novel 20, 30 times before, I still have to approach it as if I've never encountered it before. I need to help students understand that learning is a process. Next fall, I'll be entering my 29th year at Grinnell College, and I've never been more excited about my teaching. I'm developing a new course called Comrades in the Kitchen, Soviet Food Culture.
I'm pursuing a career in public service where I'm able to set up the strategy and operations for brilliant people to go out and change the world.
I am a frontline fundraiser, and my role is to connect alumni back to university in ways that are most meaningful to them.
I teach organic chemistry, and I also teach general chemistry.
We invest the resources that we have in the students at Grinnell because we know they're just getting started.
This is just the start of my journey.
We're just getting started.
We have a lot more to do.
There's so much more for me to do in this world, and I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna make an impact, and I'm fired up and I'm ready to make it happen. Let's go.